The 22nd edition of the FIFA World Cup is here. Let's go. Hello guys, good day and welcome to the Mundial Games with Ebere here on Rahencesports. Yesterday, the biggest football competition in the world kicked off in Qatar. Qatar 2022, the much anticipated and much talked about football competition kicked off in the country of Qatar. Qatar being the first Arabian country to host a FIFA World Cup. This is the first time it's happening in West Asia, and expectations Qatari country, their fans came out en masse to support their team, but it ended up in a disappointment. They lost against Ecuador. Both countries are in the Group A of the competition. We have 8 groups. We have 8 groups in the competition. 8 groups, 32 countries, 8 groups, and 64 games to be played. The first game was played by 5 p.m. yesterday. It was a game between the host country, Qatar versus Ecuador. At the 3rd minute of the game, Ebere, the talisman of Ecuadorian team, scored a goal, but it was ruled out as an offside. And I'm like, was that really an offside? I don't think that was an offside. But then it was ruled out as an offside. Then few minutes later, let's say 13 minutes later, he scored from the spot kick. Qatar considered a penalty that their goalkeeper, I don't know. Normally, this is something you learn. You don't hold a player on the leg when the person is in the 10-yard box. Do you understand? He tried as much as possible to push out the ball, but he left the ball and held Arabian's leg, resulting to a penalty. And Ebere took the penalty at the 16th minute of that game and scored a penalty from the spot kick. Few minutes later, at the 31st minute of the same game, he scored a very beautiful, the same Ecuador captain, Ebere used to be a striker for West Ham before he moved to Fenerbahce in the Turkish league. Right now he plays for Fenerbahce in the Turkish league, and he scored a very beautiful header. It was a cross and he scored at the 31st minute of the game. Imagine if he had scored that third minute goal. He would have been one of the first players to score a hat-trick in his first game, like in the opening game of the World Cup. He scored 2 goals. I thought my predictions yesterday were like, okay, Qatar would score at least a goal. They would lose, but they would score a goal. It didn't happen. Qatar did not score a goal. They were close to scoring a goal a few seconds before the first half finished, but then it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Alifa, yes, his name is Alifa. Yes, Alifi rather. Their striker, he had 2 opportunities, but unfortunately he did not score. I felt they were playing the first game. I guess they were overwhelmed. The Qatar group, they were overwhelmed by the game. This is their first appearance. This is their first appearance in the FIFA World Cup. So they played as individuals. They didn't play as a team. The transition from the defense line down to the midfield was okay, but the transition from the midfield to the forwards, it became an issue. Like they were not doing what they were supposed to have done. Because I feel if their forwards had gotten the ball more often, they would have scored a goal or maybe drawn that game. Yes, they drawn that game, but it didn't happen. And Ebere was subbed off in the second half. He went down twice, injured. I just hope that he'll be fine and okay in time to play. What's the next game? They play against Netherlands. They play against the Netherlands on the 25th. That's on Friday by 5 p.m. While Qatar will take on Senegal by 2 p.m. on Friday being the 25th of November. Now, moving on to the games for today. Group B will be taking on their games, and the 2 other countries in Group A, Senegal, Netherlands, will also be playing today. We have 3 games that will be played today in Qatar 2022. Now, the first game will be played by 2 p.m. We will have England versus Iran by 2 p.m. Then by 5 p.m. we have Senegal. Senegal will take on Netherlands by 5 p.m. And finally, the final game for today will be USA versus Wales. Today will be played by 8 p.m. Now, let's talk a bit about the game. First off, I would want you to do 2 things for me. Please kindly like this video, share, subscribe, tell a friend that something is happening here on Rahencesports, right here on YouTube. Please like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Now moving on to the games for today, we have England versus Iran. In the last 5 games England has played, they've not won any game. They've drawn 2 times and they've lost 3 times. In fact, in the UEFA Nations League, they were relegated rather in the UEFA Nations League. And I know this is going to be the first time both teams are meeting. Iran has not met England before because both countries they've been at political juggernaut. They've been more like at they've been what's the word? They don't see eye to eye politically. Like both countries, they've been at different ends of the line. Like they don't agree. Iran and England, they don't agree. So you can see this is the very first time in the global tournament. This is a global tournament, and it is something that I know definitely will happen at some point, that they will meet at the global tournament, which is football. So both teams are going to play for the very first time against each other. Southgate has named 26, a very strong side, 26-man list. Like we have Kane, we have Sterling, we have Mount, we have Conor Gallagher, we have Saka, we have Jude Bellingham, we have Declan Rice, we have Pickford, they've got a good team, they've got a good squad. So heading into this game, they are favourites, but then don't rule out an Iran side. Iran, they have one of their striker is one of the most prolific goal scorers or strikers for Porto. Taremi has 13 goals in all competitions for Porto, and he's not going to be a pushover. They play a very good kind of football. They are very compact in the kind of football they play. Do you understand? And their coach is a Portuguese. He's not from Iran. I know how Portuguese, no offense to Nigerian Posiero or whatever, but then I feel Portuguese managers, they are good. Like they are very, very good. Do you understand? So they are going into this game as the less favorite, but you don't rule them out. They could be in for England to be in for a surprise. My prediction for this game is a 3-1. England will win, but Iran will score. It's not going to be a clean sheet for Pickford and others. Their backline they've not really tackled their backline. The likes of Eric Dier, what's this guy, Kolokadi that plays for Everton is on loan from Wolves. Who else? John Stones. They've not really tackled their defense line very, very well. The likes of what's this guy's name? The likes of Trent, he concedes. If he's being pressured, he knows how to attack. But falling back to defend as a right back, it becomes an issue. So I feel Trent might be the loophole for England. I still predict England winning that game by 3 goals to 1. Now moving on to Senegal versus Netherlands. That game will be played by 5 p.m. Senegal going into this game with Sadio Mane was my favorite entering this going into the Mundial. But Sadio Mane being the glue of this team, I was watching a commentary this morning, and they said Sadio Mane is the golden ball for Senegal. He's the golden ball of Senegal. Like if he's not there, you would feel it. He's their talisman. He's someone their go-to kind of person. The way we have Argentina, we have Messi for Argentina. We have what's his name again? For Portugal, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. In the Brazilian team, we have Neymar. That is how Senegal adores Sadio Mane. He's not going to be playing because he's out injured, and they will feel it. But then I feel they have a strong side. The likes of Idris Gueye that plays for Everton as a midfielder, the likes of Ismail Assar that plays as a winger for Watford, the likes of Edouard Mendy, the goalkeeper for Chelsea, the likes of Kalidou Koulibaly, the likes of they have good players. They have very, very good players. So they'll be out. Even Coyote that plays for Nottingham Forest, they'll be out to prove a point. This is their 3rd World Cup. The first time they qualified for a World Cup was in 2002, and they ended up they are one of the 3 countries that got to the quarterfinals. We have Cameroon that got to the quarterfinals in 1999. We have Senegal that got to the quarterfinals in 2002. That was Korea, Japan in 2002, and we have Ghana that got to the quarterfinals in 2010. Yes, Uruguay that removed them. Ghana. So there are most of the 3 countries in the African continent that has gotten to the quarterfinals. In 2018, when they qualified, they got knocked out in the knockout stage. Yes, they didn't. They got knocked out in the group stage. They didn't get to the knockout stage. So this time around, Aliou Cisse, being a coach that has been there for his team all through, they are the defending champions in the AFCON. So they would want to go all out to at least get to a quarterfinals. So ruling them out against Netherlands. Netherlands, they're a strong side. Netherlands, I'm not taking it. Netherlands is a very, very strong side. They are compact from their defense line. They have a wealth of experience in the defense line. Video Van Dijk, the Leeds, Ake, Dumfries, like they have a very good defense side. From the defense down, from the defense, even Tagliafico, from the defense line to the midfield, we've got players. In the attack, we have Memphis Depay, we have Koloka, Capo, like they've got a good squad too. And their coach is also I would say their coach, Netherlands coach, that is Louis van Gaal, is also a plus for this team. He took 8 years ago, yeah, that was in 2014. He took this Netherlands side, though these players were not all of them were playing for Netherlands back then. 2014, they got to the semi-finals. They got to the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2014 in Brazil. They also they've been good. In the last time they lost a game was in 2020, like in the last Euros. They got knocked out in the knockout stage, and so far they have played 15 games. In these 15 games, they have won 11 and they've drawn 4. They are yet to experience a loss since the last Euros that was held. So this is going to be a plus heading into this game. Yeah, they are favourites, but Senegal are also heading into this game as favourites, as underdogs. They are heading into this game as underdogs. It's going to be a balanced game. That's just it. It's going to be a balanced game. I'm seeing a 2 for Senegal and 3 for Netherlands. No offense to my Senegalese friends, please, no offense. But I see Senegal. I see Netherlands scoring a last-minute goal. I see them scoring a last-minute goal. Yes. Moving on to the last game of the day, we have US versus Wales. This is going to be Wales' second appearance in the World Cup after 64 years. The last time they appeared in the World Cup was in 1958. So this game is going to be an emotional game for them. It's going to be a huge, it's an emotional game for the Welsh country as a whole. US, on the other hand, they've qualified for over 7 appearances. They've made 7 appearances in the Mundial. Yes. In all those 7 appearances, 4 out of those 7 appearances, they qualified for the knockout stage. Remember, England are the favourites heading into this game. England are the favourites heading into this group, to top the group. But the likes of USA and Wales will be vying for a second spot. This is Group B. We have England, Iran, USA, and Wales in Group B. So they'll be vying for a second spot. England, I believe, will take the first spot. The second spot now is going to be between Wales and USA. USA, they have a young squad. Like I said, they have made 7 appearances in the World Cup. Do you understand? They've made 7 appearances in FIFA World Cup. Now, 4 out of those 7 appearances, they've gotten to the knockouts. That is the round of 16. Why? Another thing is, in all of the appearances they've made against European sides, in the last 9 games against European sides, they've not won any game. They've not won against an European side in the last 9 meetings with European countries. So Wales being in Europe is another advantage. USA, they have a young squad, a young and vibrant squad. You know, the likes of Ty Adams, Aaron Singh, Pulisic, they've got a good squad. But Wales on their own, they have a blend of the old squad and also the young squad, like a blend of the old and the new. We have Gareth Bale, we have Aaron Ramsey, come with experience. We have Danny Ward, we have Hennessy, we have what's this guy's name again? Nico Williams, we have Nathaniel James, and their striker Trevor Moore. He plays for Bournemouth. He's a striker for Bournemouth. He's good. Daniel James is also good on the side of the game. So it's going to be quite an interesting game. Just like we have the Senegal versus Netherlands game by 5 p.m. The game between USA versus Wales will play by 8 p.m. It's going to be tough. I see a 2-2 draw in this game. Yes. I see both teams drawing. Yes. I see both teams draw. What are your predictions? What do you think? What do you think about the England versus Iran game that we played by 2 p.m.? What do you think about the Senegal versus Netherlands game? Do you feel Netherlands Senegal has what it takes to upset a Netherlands side, or do you think the Netherlands is going to they'll continue their unbeaten streak? What are your predictions? The last game of the day, we have USA versus Wales. Who do you think will win this game? It's going to end up in a draw. I've already predicted a draw in that game. It could be a 1-1 draw. It could be a 2-2 draw. What are your predictions? Do kindly place your comments in the comment section. Like I said earlier, please help me like this video, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. My name is Ebere, and this is more like a post-match pre-match analysis, pre-match presser. The post-match analysis will be done either on Twitch or on Facebook. But definitely, this is something we do. For the remaining games, all 64 games, we have all 64 games we will talk about. All 64 games we will trash one after the other. Thank you so much. My name is Ebere, and rest of your